Good morning, people. Hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. So today is my first, second, third day out here in Munnar. So first day of arrival, one day of exploration, and I'm extending my stay out here because I'm having too much fun. So as I showed you in the kind of brochure the last time, I'll put that again here. There are multiple different directions from Munnar that you can go and explore. So since I am not in a rush and I'm a full-time traveler, so I'm taking it nice and slow. So yesterday or in the previous vlog, you saw we went towards the northeast side. Today's plan is to go towards the north side in the Coimbatore direction. But so you have to be careful with this list because at some point they bring you very close to the state border, or sometimes you even end up crossing the state border because, as they say, it's Coimbatore direction, which means it brings you closer towards the Tamil Nadu border. And I don't want to cross state lines because I just came from Tamil Nadu. I want to stay in Kerala. So at some point we'll peel off from this list and maybe we'll deviate from the plan a little bit. But for the most part, that's a good reference, so that's what we are using. And let's see, so thunderstorms are predicted in just about 2 hours, and it's 9 a.m. So from 11 all the way until EOD, thunderstorms are expected. So let's see what the today's adventures looks like. Let's get started. Let's get going. So looks like we are starting off back towards the top station highway, at least to some point, and then we'll deviate. Let's get going. Okay, so yesterday we went up this hill where there was a traffic jam. Today we are going down. What? No, we are not going down. Stupid Google. We are going back up the same hill today as well. Oh, okay. Somewhat different hill. Maybe we didn't go up this way after all. Wow, very steep. We head back all the way to our hotel because Google took us in the wrong direction. That was the Madhupatti side. Didn't have to go that side all the way. So now we have to go this way through the city center. Full-blown traffic jam ahead. Not even two-wheelers are able to move. Last night I ate food here in Roka's restaurant. No, not this one, this is Barista. A little bit up ahead. The Roka's restaurant was pretty delicious food and very budget friendly. They were jam-packed. That one and 2-3 other restaurants all in the neighborhood. They were all fully packed. We are back to downtown. Somewhere here is where I had the mangoes, and there's the market area. Some more tea estate views for you guys in case if you skipped the previous episode, you know, the tea estate spam should not stop in these vlogs while I'm here in the hills. Yes, so there is a tea museum up ahead. Let's go see what they teach us in the museum. So there's a 150 rupees entrance ticket. Well, it's 127 and then bunch of taxes and round off and whatnot. So 150 eventually. Let's go inside and see what they have.
Over time, the mountains came to rely on their expertise.
Hello, brother. This is tea.
So this is a pretty nice museum. There is one documentary that they show you, then there is a tea processing factory, and I'm now upstairs of the tea processing factory. And the documentary taught me something interesting. That this has been Munnar tea plantation has existed since the 1800s, and it has passed hands quite a lot. So it started out as a joint venture between Tata and Finlay Group. Then Finlay Group exited. Then tea prices spiked up quite a lot in early 2000s to safeguard the interest. The Tata Group wanted to exit, but if they exited fully, then what happened to the employees? So they came up with this employee buyout option, and how that made the employees as stockholders of the company, like shareholders. So 69% is the ownership is with the employees of the Kanna Hill Project Company Private Limited. It's the new formation. And one thing I learned about this tea processing is that it's a single plant, but you have many different varieties of teas based on how it is processed, whether fermented or not, what time the tea leaf is plucked, which part of the tea leaf is plucked, how it is plucked, and different parts of the tea is actually a full-fledged tree. But they say because it is regularly plucked, sheared off, trimmed, then it stays as a bonsai size. Otherwise, it could grow pretty high. So that was an interesting learning. But different parts of India have these kind of tea museums, and I'm sure Sri Lanka, China, and other places where tea is grown, they have something similar. And they, based on the weather conditions and the environment of a region, the tea is different. That's why you get different sorts of tea powder, and all the tea kind of variety that I took down there. So I think we're pretty much done here with the tea museum. Other than that, there is this shop outlet. Let's go check that out quickly, and then we'll be on the. Oh yeah, this is the thing the bhaiya was showing. He had a much bigger leaf set, but it's like this first leaf and then the side leaf, and then you pair the first leaf with the side leaf, first leaf with two side leaves, and how you make like a combo of different ages of leaves to make different kinds of tea grades, and then fermentation or not, with milk, without milk, levels of oxidation, cutting or not, etc., etc. So it's like different ways of processing. Such a smart move. It's like one plant, and then the way you process it completely changes everything. So I already bought the tea from the market, so nothing special out here, but just came up to take in the views of the tea plantation, the view of the valley, some more tea plantations before moving on. I think next up are some waterfalls. Found a nice cafeteria in the tea estate itself. They have a few savory snacks, few sweets, and black tea. I was telling Didi like it would be so funny if I had coffee in a tea estate. But yeah, so we're having black tea. Let's grab a light breakfast and then let's start heading out. This was too close to the hotel, so I barely did like 10 kilometers today. Because of the traffic, it felt like I've been driving for so long. So we are entering the thunderstorm time period now. The clouds are here, look at them. And the next stop is a waterfall just 10 kilometers from here. Actually less than 10, like 9, 8.5 something kilometers. The good thing is that most of these stops are very closely spaced out, and the list actually had a few national parks and then a crocodile farm that is like very very far away. So normally I like to have like frequent breaks on a trip like this, so you can see a lot more things and it doesn't feel like you're riding for hours before you can see something. Anyways, let's get to the waterfall next. Look at this flower, it's like a gigantic bell hanging upside down. This one's a bit closer. It's the same flower. This one's whitish, that one was yellow. Looks like a wild shrub. It's growing in the middle of nowhere. Now that's an epic view. The villagers are enjoying their life. If I were to do camping out somewhere here in the hills, I would want a view like this. You'll have fresh water, you'll have greenery all around. Imagine waking up to this kind of view every day. So cool. So Eravikulam Park is a national park where you see this endangered wild goat. Then Marayur seems like a picnic spot, and then Chinnar is a national forest, which is I think a little bit too far. It's like 60 kilometers, and 60 on the hills with this weather, and then 60 coming back. We'll see if we make it that far. But for now, let's keep going. This is the right direction. Wow, we are near the Eravikulam National Park, and these are the views. So cool. Now that we have stopped here anyways, let's go check out what's the situation like at the national park and how far are we from the waterfall, because I see a lot of people parking around here, so maybe there is something worth checking out in the neighborhood. Found a waterfall. That's the Nyamakad Waterfalls that I was looking for. A bit small, but it's okay. Look at the mystical hills now. The clouds are here. I think somewhere up ahead we should also be able to see Anamudi Hills from a distance, which is the I think second highest peak of South India. Can't really check online. There's no network here, no Wi-Fi, no signal, nothing. But I think that's it. Anamudi Hills is worth checking out from a distance. Kolukumalai and Anamudi are two of the prominent hills of the region, so we're gonna see. And I think I can walk up a little bit further up and see what's around, what's happening with the national park once I'm done enjoying the waterfall. So the four-wheeler parking inside the national park is full. They are kind of diverting all the cars away to park elsewhere. That's why there is so much parking on the road. But I'm not really sure if I want to go all the way in. I'm gonna see how's the kind of crowd and then take a call. Well, the base price of the ticket is reasonable, but then there's a price for the still camera, video camera, everything adds up. And there's a lot of crowd, so it's gonna be packed out here. There's like busloads of people, so I'm gonna skip this and continue moving forward. Anyways, the clouds are coming down, so we're gonna expect thunderstorm anytime soon, so might as well cover some distance further. And these are the kind of endangered wild mountain goats that you see if you go inside the national park. Anyways, I'm just gonna be fine with the sculpture of it. And up ahead should be the Anamudi View Point, which not sure what the view is going to look like with the clouds, but that's up next as per the list. Oh cool, people have gone down the bridge over there, although there's no water, but that sounds interesting. Let's go there. Just a little bit further up ahead around the curve we should be able to see Anamudi, but right now, because all the hills are covered in the mist, I can't tell whether this is higher or whether that is higher. So let's drive nice and slow, and hopefully there should be people there to let us know that we have reached Anamudi. Okay, figured out. Anamudi Hill is that one, all the way hidden by clouds. Also confirmed with the auto wala. But yeah, that is actually that one. Why am I panting so much? Oh, because I climbed up the stairs. Okay, I thought altitude problem. No, I was running up the stairs. So somewhere hidden behind the clouds is the Anamudi Peak, and there's the landmark is the St. Paul's Church. So as per the list, the next point should be Lakkom Waterfalls, after which would be coffee and tea plantations. Okay, let's start heading towards the Lakkom Waterfall. All this is Nyamakad Tea Estate, and we have been driving along this all the way. We still have further hills to climb. 51,340 plants under them over here, maybe more over here. Just ran into someone, I think they were local from Kerala. They saw me just chilling here with the amazing views like this, and they stopped over to chat with me, and they told me yesterday when I was in Vatavada, they crossed by me twice, and of course we couldn't get a chance to talk. The weather was bad and I was busy enjoying the views. Maybe I didn't recognize them, but they told me they saw me yesterday, then they saw me today. That's why they stopped over to have a chat with me, and they were asking, do you always ride with Fortuner? How far have you gone? What all have you seen? They say where I was going, so I told them going towards the Lakkom Falls and further up ahead, whatever is up ahead. I think I have 2-3 points more to go. So they gave me advice to go to Mayanur area, which is a sugar factory, and they said it's a must visit. So that's good. Have some local advice as well. Oh, we have a friendly doggo. Not sure what to do with the camera. She was coming to sniff and then suddenly got curious. Maybe not so friendly with humans, let her be. So yeah, I was just enjoying the views, and then we have about half an hour riding more to do before we get to the waterfalls. Oh wow, we are 5,500 meters. Oh, I forgot meters above sea level. 5,500 meters, that's a bit too much. Wait, now I'm confused. Is it feet or meters? Anybody who knows about this, let me know, but either way, the view is nice and we are pretty far high up. Stop by to take a closer look of these purplish flowers. Not sure if they are lavender or not, but they look really beautiful amongst all the green tea estates. Suddenly there is a different color, and now it's starting to drizzle because we are in the epicenter of the thunderstorm clouds. So time to stop vlogging and put on the rain gear. This road is lined up with these trees, whatever this plant flower is. Wow, so big and beautiful. This one seems like a very old tree. That's kind of like the king of the entire tea estate. Had a little bit too much fun with the lavender trees. There's so many of them here, and so many cars are passing by, so many are stopping by, so it's a bit difficult to find a frame in the middle where you have a window, so there's no car honking at you. But yeah, I also made some friends with the locals, and they said if we come to Delhi side, we'll contact you, maybe we can meet up again. So that's nice. They helped me take a few pictures with the lavender trees.